And we'll just give it a few seconds, although it tells us we're live.
Beautiful.
And I think we are there.
All right. Perfect. Welcome, everyone. Jackie, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm very excited. I see we have some people in the chat. We'll give people a moment. While that's happening, why don't you guys leave us where you're from? Type in, let us know where you're watching us from today. Jackie and I were having this conversation. For me, this is one of my favorite parts of these workshops, to see where people are joining from, and it gives us a really cool idea from, on like the scale of Builderall and how cool we can all get together on this global meetup.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's one of those things that you cannot believe how we are all connected to one another. And that's why we've got these workshops. We're not just people in a platform. We are a community. We get together and we make things work.
Right.
And that's why it makes it so excited for us to bring these workshops to you. And I'm just glad to see Mr. Hatman here. Victor's been part of Builderall for a while.
Very cool.
And it's really great seeing you and taking the time out to be here, Victor. Really, really appreciate you here.
Excellent. So I guess with that, let's hop in. Today we're going to talk about this new business challenge that we have going on. Roger, I see you in the chat. New Brunswick, Canada. Mr. Hatman, San Francisco, California. I'm out of the Northeast in the US. Jackie's in South Africa. We have someone from Portugal. Welcome. Here we go. I love how it really shows us the scale and how connected we are, Jackie, to your point. So back to this new business challenge that we were talking about. The idea here, and I'll share my screen real quick, and we can look at the challenge itself, and we can talk about what it is. Let me do that real quick. Here we go. Oh, all right.
There we go.
The new business challenge. This is the first workshop this year. We know that in January, everyone sets up for these huge New Year's resolutions. We timed this workshop on purpose past the first couple weeks of the year to catch everyone after they've decided that, maybe next year, or maybe, now's not the right time to start their business. We're here to say, no, you're going to get back on the horse. We're going to do this together. We're going to launch a new business. If you have a brick and mortar business that doesn't have an online presence, this is your chance to connect and give yourself that new channel. If this is a brand new business online that you're here, you're welcome. We want Builderall to be your go-to place for you to operate all of your digital marketing needs. What we've done here is we've set up this challenge for you to complete items off of a checklist. And once you do, you'll get 90 days of Builderall for free. We're going to work through websites from Mailing Boss and from the Supercharge bundle. Those are the 3 categories. And you're going to be asked to go through and complete 3 of 5 of each of these challenges. And then once you complete, you send us your information. We give you guys a quick review, and this is the downloadable flyer that you get. But what's really important here is to highlight the fact that we're looking at 3 of 5 from each of these categories. So although there are 15 items that are really easy to set up on the Builderall platform, you're not even asked to do all 15. You start with the 9, and then you let the business and everything that you need sort of evolve from there. All right, that's what we're looking for you to achieve. So from the free Supercharge bundle, if you set up any 3 of these 5, live chat, social proof, browser notification, meta autoresponder, and exit pop-up, 3 of these, and this is free and very, very easy to set up. We have an entire workshop that we've done a few months ago that show you how easy it is to set up the bundle. On the website column, we have 3 of 5 of these. So you either buy or connect a domain. If you already have a domain, you can connect it. If you don't have a domain, you can buy it. Create a landing page. We have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of beautiful templates. You can also start from scratch. The website builder is very easy to use. Drag and drop, no code needed. You go through these items, you create a thank you page, you create a form, and that'll be that from this category. And in the emails or the mailing boss category, we have 3 of these 5. You create a professional email. That's, let's say your name at yourcompanyname.com. So stop using your company name at Gmail. No one wants to see a Gmail. Yeah, it gives you such a more professional look and feel once you use that, and it's very easy to set up on Builderall. Get your first 15 subscribers, and we can talk about strategies to actually generate those leads. We want to see how we can send an email blast and create an email workflow with at least 2 emails, and how we can configure SMS and messaging. 3 of 5 of these. Once we complete 9 of the 15, you can send an email with your account name to newbusiness@builderall.com. And we'll go in, we'll review your account, and we'll give you 90 days of Builderall credited into your account. And we'll even throw in a 1-year domain if you don't have a domain. So if you don't have a domain, this is your first domain, you can get started with Builderall. We'll throw in a whole year for free. So that's the challenge. Very easy, 9 out of 15. And let's stop here, have a quick chat about why it's 3 out of 15. The link in the email did not work. Jack, if you can give us more information, I'd love to see what link you're talking about. The reason why we chose 9 out of 15 is if you complete all 15, it's great for your business. But we think that if you finish any 9 of this entire list, it'll give you the foundations that you can build on successfully. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. This is not going to be your silver bullet. You do these and then suddenly, tomorrow morning you have a functioning business. All right. This is how you can get started with actually growing and developing your business in a way that's sustainable, in a way that's good for you and teaches you all the inner workings and sets you up for success long term.
And I think, Pia, what I love about this is the fact that you would be able, with a checklist like this, you will be able to create your website inside of Builderall in less than an hour or 2, because the templates are already there. You literally change the wording, and you don't even have to be a wizard, because we've got the magic text editor inside of the templates that's going to help you to create those headlines and the content of the pages. So it's a no-brainer to be able to follow a checklist such as this and get your business up and running in such a short time, which is going to give you like a hands-free for that 3 months to start promoting your list and generate more leads.
Perfect.
So you don't have to spend all of that time trying to figure out what is the next step.
Yeah. And I think you're touching on something that's really important. I'm going to stop the screen share to make this more of like a direct to everyone who's listening. And I think our biggest message is stop overthinking and start doing. Right? With a checklist, you know what you're supposed to do. So shut off the part of your brain that's telling you, oh, but I need to, register this, and I need to do that, and I need this other thing, and all of the excuses that we can come up with to stop. And I'm not saying this from a point of I don't want to sound preachy, because I am probably the most guilty of doing those very things. That's why I know that this list would help so much. This would help me kind of get over that hump of, I know what the next steps are, but there's so many next steps, and you just get overwhelmed, and then you end up doing nothing instead.
Especially in a platform such as Builderall, because we've got so many different things. People can quickly feel overwhelmed with the amount of tools that is available. But people need to understand that you need to start from scratch at a point, and that's by getting your business out there. You can always add to your business over time as it grows, as you've got the time. But the things that's on the checklist is the most important things that your business needs to get started. That is the most important. All the other things is things to scale your business with. But the ones that's there is going to help you to get direction into a specific area to say, guys, I'm online. I'm going to start generate leads. And people shouldn't, like you say, overanalyze. Even when it comes to the web design, people could care less about all these different kinds of small things on your page. They want to get to your page and they want to find value, or they want to find a product or something that they've been looking for. And if you can supply that to them, then you're in for it. But don't overanalyze. That's why we've got those templates. The template was created in a specific format. For an example, to have your call to action above the line and not below the line or at the bottom of the screen. So make use of those templates, because there is method in our madness. That's why it is looking the way that it looks. It is being built in a certain way that it is the best way to generate those leads. So you guys need to remember that.
Love that. Love that. Mr. Hatman, do you have a PDF and PowerPoint of the checklist? Would you please upload to the Trello board? Yes, we will get that uploaded on the affiliates or associates area under your resources shortly after this workshop is done. We'll have all of those resources over to you. Chris,
and hello to Chris.
Love the commitment. Love it. 2 a.m. I hope you have your coffee. And any questions that anyone has, this is a live Q&A. So drop your questions. We'd love to answer them. And I want this to be a conversation. We have Jackie here, who is the knower of all things Builderall. I want us to pick her brain, ask her all the questions, have her show us things and go through. And in the meantime, she has actually set up 3 different scenarios for us to go through this checklist and play a little game of pretend. So if we're a local business who doesn't have an online presence here, I'll do a share screen again. If you're a local business, you have a brick and mortar store, but you don't have an online presence, this is a recommended way to go through. It's not the only way to go through and set yourself up, but it's a really good one. And we have another scenario, which is if you're a coach, all right, if you're a consultant, anything where you meet with people, it's a service-based business, this would be a great way to start off. And one product store, this would be, I'm assuming, online. You have one item that you're trying to sell and you go through with that. Before we get started here, I see a question. Can you talk a little bit about the new tools for WhatsApp? I noticed you use WhatsApp to register people for this webinar. Thank you. We've actually been using WhatsApp pretty religiously for the last, I want to say 4 to 6 months. And we're using WhatsApp Launch Manager in Builderall. And we have found it, I personally have found it's as, or if not more effective than email in a lot of circumstances.
Definitely.
So if anyone has a WhatsApp group, a WhatsApp community that you haven't been really using and utilizing, I urge you, please, please, please go into Builderall, see how to work your way through the WhatsApp Launch Manager. It's a very easy tool, very straightforward to work through, but it has been effective like nearly nothing else for that bottom of the funnel approach. So thank you, Mr.
And we do have tutorials on that, Victor. You can just go to the knowledge base. There's up-to-date tutorials with regards to the WhatsApp Launch Manager.
Beautiful.
And I think what makes it great, I know it's not part of our presentation that we have or our workshop here today, but with all the things that's going on in email marketing currently, and people always saying, oh, people don't always open up emails. Everybody has got a handset, and people are glued to their screen when it comes to WhatsApps.
Yeah.
So if you have got an email list and people has opted in, and on the thank you page, after they opted in, make sure you've got your WhatsApp launch manager on that page, because then they can join your WhatsApp. So in that process, you collect their emails and you are collecting their WhatsApp contact details. So don't overestimate the power of WhatsApp, especially the one that we've got. Because remember, the WhatsApp launch manager is not just a WhatsApp tool. It is like a sales funnel in WhatsApp.
Oh yeah.
That's literally what it is.
This is the reason why I love WhatsApp, and any other messaging or direct, SMS does the same thing. Although WhatsApp is a little more used outside of the US. It's, first of all, it notifies your phone. Like the power of that push notification is great. It allows people to have like a quick interaction back and forth. If people need to ask you a question, even if it's a group, they can send you a private message very easily. There are millions and millions, if not billions, of people who are using WhatsApp, so I think it's great. I wanted to show our thank you page. This is the thank you page we use on all of our workshops, and the reason we use it is because it's effective. We have this join our WhatsApp group button. So in this scenario, you would land on this page after you register to one of these free workshops. You land on these pages, you can log into your Builderall account, you can add it to your Google Calendar, but this button here, the join our WhatsApp group button, registers hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in our WhatsApp groups every month across different languages. It is really, truly an incredible thing. People want to use it. That's what I found. A lot of times people may be resistant to email, but when it comes to WhatsApp, they don't have a problem. They join, it lands on their phone. It doesn't ask the user to do anything like go in and, compete with all the other emails that you might have going on in your inbox. And then you might see one. And if you're using Gmail, you have your focus tab and you have your promotional tabs. And as a marketer, you bypass all of these things. You land right into the user's phone. They opt in. It's a direct interaction. There's very little that you can do to beat it. So
and that is one of the tools that you guys should do after you've done your challenge.
Yes.
Make sure to add WhatsApp Launch Manager after. It's not part of our launch.
I will say, since we're also here, you see this live chat button. I've seen a lot of associates, and we also use it in other languages. WhatsApp button as that floating icon here that relates right into your WhatsApp would be a great addition to a lot of the businesses once they're established, right? So I don't want to move too far forward.
Exactly.
Let's come back here, talk about the challenge again. These are the foundational steps. Mr. Hatman, hopefully that answers your question. These are your foundational steps here for you to start off, take the right steps that help you grow and develop nearly any business. If you guys have a question about your specific case and you want to drop it in the comment section, we can talk about it. We can give you guys some ideas. It would be a cool activity to go through. Yeah. So don't be shy in the comments.
There is one thing that I want people to understand when they start joining the challenge. There's one thing that is really not even something that you should not consider. Every single online business starts with a website. When we are talking about creating a landing page, that is similar to a website. All right. There is a lot of different terms when it comes to your homepage or your landing page or your funnel. All of that starts with an entry page into a place where all your content is residing. A lot of people always ask the question, what's the difference? Do I need to build? I'm a coach. Do I need to build a sales funnel or do I need to create a landing page? Because landing pages normally people that are affiliates, or do I build a website? It is important to remember it doesn't matter what you call it. You're going to have to create a page. That is the fundamental of getting started. There needs to be a page and you have to collect your subscribers. Those are the most important things that you need to start, because no business can run without subscribers or leads. Otherwise, why are you there for? You're there to make money. So you need to make sure that you have a subscriber list, irrelevant of which business you find yourself, and you have to have a website / landing page, sales funnel, or whichever one you choose. So I just had to mention that, Pia.
I love that idea. And if I may, one more minute of me on my soapbox. Let's everyone promise, and I'll start. I'll promise first because I'm the most guilty of this. Let's avoid this theoretical life of the mind approach to marketing. It's a very practical thing. It's a relationship based business practice that when you go into, try to clear your head of like the names, what we call things, the different KPIs and all of those things. Let's just start with, I need a place to send people, and I need a way to get their information. I need a way to contact them, and I need something to sell them. That's fun. Like,
that's it.
Just boil it down. Let's be transparent, less abstract, more practical. And the more we do that, we're gonna come off as authentic, because we're gonna be authentic, and we're gonna have a clear approach directly to the customer. I love what you're saying. Because we can be so guilty sometimes of just falling into overcomplicating. And you touched on this too. Is this landing page perfect? It doesn't need to be.
No.
If it's converting, leave it. Sometimes things convert better because they have a mistake. You don't know sometimes you don't know what makes something tick for people, and they resonate with it and they just move.
Exactly.
So,
because if you think about it, I mean, I constantly say to people, let's say I have a group of women that are trying to lose weight, and I'm just giving this now as an example. If I create a website and I put a face there of this woman that's perfect and her body looks gorgeous, and honest, because you want to make this thing, nobody is going to resonate with it. Right. No, none of that audience is going to resonate with you, because they're going to look at it and says, that's impossible. I will never be able to look like that.
That's right.
So you need to create your content straightforward, to the point. This is what I can offer you. This is the proof that I have. Not creating all of these long stories and things and pages of content that nobody is going to read. Right. It's putting the proof there. Put your social proof there. And I think social proof is part of our challenge.
It is.
I'm convinced that it is.
It is.
Because it's one important function that needs to play part of it. So there we go. So, social proof. So those are the very important things. Exit pop-up. That's probably one of the best things ever created in digital marketing, because it captures that person before he leaves your website. Yeah. And that is really, really, really something that needs to be added to every type of website. So when you do this list or this challenge, consider those type of things as to putting yourself in your client's shoes or your audience shoes. And what would you do when you get to a website like that? What is the actions that you're going to take? And according to that, you choose the challenges that you've got, depending obviously in the business that you're in. And then make sure that you add your exit pop-ups, add your social proof, especially if you are selling a product that somebody has already purchased from you. And on that topic, and I'm getting so excited here, Pia, on that topic of social proof, a lot of people always say, but Jackie, I'm brand new. I don't have anybody to put on there for social proof, and I'm not going to fake it and put things on there that's not real. Sure. You know what you can do? You can give your product to somebody in exchange for social proof.
Right.
There you go. So it's not that you're not lying. You've actually done an exchange for a review. Sure. So make sure that you put those things on your site. It's really important.
I love that. Let's dig in here. Let's go through. I'm curious, everyone in the chat, do you want to see us start off with a local business? Do you want to see the coach example? Or do you want to see the one product store example? If you can drop us a line. I'm leaning more into the coach, maybe scenario 2. But if anyone wants to vote on it, give us either coach or local business or one product store in the chat. Otherwise, we'll start off with coach here. And I'd love to see, Jackie, if you can work us through these different steps I'd love to see us kind of, show people the step-by-step how easy it could be, and we can go. Yeah.
Sure. All right. So before we start, we're going to give you a few minutes. So I just need to make sure that I've got the pages open here. I don't want you guys to wait too long, so that we just got the main pages while you guys are letting us know what you would prefer.
Cool.
Although I also believe that the coach one is going to be the better one.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just do that and move that up. All right. So what you guys does Social Proof have an API? You don't need an API for when you run on social media platform. I could give my team that API whenever someone registers. Social Proof is on your website, so you don't need an API. It is on your website.
Yeah, I think he's looking for a way to connect it to a social media platform, and based off of, I don't know, registrations on that social media platform, it can come back and show. That's a cool idea. I don't think we have that implementation just yet, but it's definitely something that's really interesting, actually.
You can put Social Proof on any other website, even externally outside of Builderall. That you can do automatically, because it's basically an embedded function. If it's got an iframe, it can go anywhere. That's basically what it is.
Cool. All right. Well, Jackie, if
all right. So for the coaching thing, you guys have to understand, I'm going to try and put it in a format that is going to be more logic than what you just saw there, because sometimes what I've put on that little list that Pierre just shared with you is just all the steps. There's 9 steps then being added into that box to show you that if you do this as a coach, you will qualify for the challenge, the 3 months free, because that encompass all 9 of the areas. All right. So you can see we've got there connect and buy a domain, create a landing page, create subscriber form, messaging, professional email, subscribers, exit pop-up, autoresponder, and Social Proof. The very first thing that needs to happen, and I always tell it to everyone, before you even start building your website, is to go and create an email list, because your email list is going to be attached to everything. All right. It's going to be attached in your website. It's going to be attached if you're going to sell a product. It will be attached to a booking form, whatever the case might be. It's really important to create it the first time. You can go back and create that later, but I have found that you will save yourself a lot of time if that is the first thing that you are going to create. And that's what we're going to do right now. We are going to create your subscriber form or your not subscriber form, your email list on Mailing Boss. And then we will create our landing page for a coach. And then we will do the professional email. So let's just go through it. We're not going to go in detail, but I'm going to show you the steps as to how you can do that.
Yeah.
Let me just start by putting that there. All right. So here we are on our dashboards. So at the top, the first thing that we're going to do is going to go to Mailing Boss. Once you click, it's going to open up your page. And then you see right here is a quick action where it says create subscriber list. You're going to click on that one. Right. And then you're going to give it a name. And you can leave it a double opt-in, single opt-in. We're not going to go into detail as with regards to those type of things, but just leave it as a double opt-in. Now, this is the important part. It's something that you're going to come back to once you have created your website and before you start sending emails, because the from email right here, this is what it looks like as a default, which means is that this list has not been connected to a verified email list. It's always very important to make sure that you've got a verified email address. Like you see, I've got info@Builderall testing domain. It's your own domain that it's been connected to. Now, because you haven't connected a domain yet, because you haven't started, you cannot do any of these things. And you're going to have to leave it on this until we're going to start sending out emails. Then you have to come back here. Because if you're going to make use of this email right here, I can guarantee you it will land into the spam. So this is your last step. Once you have created everything that you need to create and you're going to start sending emails, make sure that you come back to this area and you're going to go choose the email that has been verified. All right. So for now, I'm just going to change it like that because I just want to go through this form and put in a form like this, and I'm just going to click save. So this is a very basic list that we've created. If I go to the form area, you can see that we've got an email and we've got first name. You can add additional fields to it. It's totally up to you. The most important part is you can see that it can be moved. And I always show this because people don't understand that it can be moved, and people like to see the first name first before they put in the email. Otherwise, people tend to type in the email area their name, and then they get frustrated. Another important point for email list is there's a little icon, and you need to make sure that you highlight that so it becomes required. And the reason for this is because in the days that we are living, it is important to remember that business is about relationship. You do not want to greet your visitor or your subscriber or your client, hi, and it's the email. You need to talk to them by their name. And if the person did not give their name, it's going to leave a blank spot and it's going to look very weird. So you need to make it compulsory. So the reason that it shows required means that the person is not going to be able to go forward unless they have filled in their details. So once you've done that, you are good to go. We're not going to talk about all the other ones because we've got tutorials for that. So then we're going to close. You can see there it is, workshop challenge. Now it's time for us to go and create our website. So to get to the website, you're going to go to Tools, Website Builder. If you wonder what's the difference between this icon and the one that's underlined, if I click on Website Builder, it's going to open up in the same page. All right. If I click on this icon, it's going to open up in a new tab. Now, I'm one of those people. I've got a billion tabs open because I move in between them. So I always click on that icon. So now we're going to create a new site by clicking on create a new site. And we're not going to start from blank because we're a coach and we want to start coaching. There is no time to start and struggle and try and figure out what needs to go where. So you'll see that there is multiple different kinds of templates that is available right here. You can go through them and find the one that you believe is going to work for you. So let's go quickly see where we can find something that we can work with as a coach. There's a business card. So we're going to click on select this and get started. And now the page is loading for us. So there you can see quickly how beautiful this has been created for us. You do not need to do any design work. If you feel like you need to change the color schemes and things like that, you can do that. For example, if I click right here and I right click, or if you go on the side and you right click, you will be able to change the background detail here. You can see change image. All right. But if you feel like this is fine, like I said earlier, do not overanalyze. Get your business out there. You can always go back and change it. So another important thing, I'm going to scroll back to the top. And you will note that there is some information that is like lorem ipsum, because we do not know what your business entails. So you need to go and change those things, right? And for that, if I click once on it, you can see we've got a magic text editor. And this is where you would use AI to generate your text for you. Very awesome. I'm not going to show you how to do that right here because we do have a workshop. If you go to builderall.com/learn, you will find all our previous workshops that we've done in the past with regards to magic text editor as well. A very important thing that I mentioned to you guys earlier is to make sure that your call to action is always at the front, at the top. Remember I said there's method in the madness. There's a reason why we've got a call to action here. You can change it. You can change it to a booking app. You can change it to an opt-in, which is in this case, we want people to actually opt in. So we can change this button and maybe have it as subscribe. So I'm just going to scroll down or make a booking or whatever you want to do. That's the subtext. And I'm just going to give a subscribe idea now because we're creating a form, but you can have it subscribe for an example. And then you can connect that button to a pop-up or maybe another panel inside of the website. So let's see if there is one. If there's not one, I'm going to show you quickly how to create one. So you can see we do not have one there, but let's pretend that we do not want this specific area here. All right, we can delete that. And I'm going to show you how easy this is. And I'm deleting that one. Now we've got an open space. We're going to go to our elements. We're going to look for email marketing form. You're going to choose the one that you like. I'm just going to grab, drop, and hit right there. And it's going to ask which list. So you can see here's the one that we've created. And now you see why I say it's always better to create a list first, because otherwise you're going to get here. And although you can create it here, it's taking you outside of it in any ways. So it's best to do that straight away from the beginning. Now you've got your email marketing form there. You can beautify this, obviously. You can change it according to your style, your font, your sizes, the color, the icons. You can really make it beautiful. You can even change the size or the border around it. So let's say I want to change this to 25, not 225. You can see what happens to it. So you can really make this a very beautiful. And then you can also go and add text to it. Sorry, I was a little bit fast. You can add some text to it by going back. And here you can add some headlines into it. And you can have, again, I tend to be always rushing with these things. I don't know why I do that. But you can do some. And obviously you need to have some wording here. Now, like I said, again, you can use Magic Text Editor. But if you know your business, you don't need to worry. So you can see there how quickly I've already added my opt-in form already. So now we have basically edited the landing page. Because remember, it says edit. We've edited the landing page. We created a template. We've created an email marketing form. We've added the opt-in to our landing page. We've done so many already in just a few minutes. So once you have done that, you're going to click on Save. And you're going to add all your details that you need to add. And you're going to say, yes, publish my site. Now, what does it mean when you publish your site? It means that it is now live on the internet. Now, I know for a fact you're going to think, it's live on the internet. I haven't connected a domain. Yes, but in the beginning, sometimes you still want to change your pages before you connect it. But I'm going to show you how to connect that domain. Right here on the left-hand side, there is that little menu bar. I think they call it a bar menu. And we're going to go down to list of pages. And you're going to see there is the page that we've just been created for you. All right. There we go. And it is your home page because it's there. You can add additional pages here by clicking on new page. And that is now, and I'm going to show you quickly how a thank you page has been done. Because remember, you need to send that person somewhere once they have opted into your list. So there's your thank you page. You're going to click. And this is another step that you can find inside of the challenge where it says you need to edit the template. All right. So now we're going to go to the ad. We're going to panels. And there's a 3-step thank you. But there's also other thank you pages in between. If you go scroll down, there's another thank you page. And you can choose one that you like. And remember, you can always change them later. You don't have to use that specific because you need to edit this now. So now again, you can go and change the background. You can change your image. This is where you're going to do your own little design. Now, you don't have to do this. You can remove some of the text that you don't like and change the background to the same background that you've had previously. So I'm not going to show you all the tips and tricks on how to do that because I would love you guys to visit me on a Monday in the members meeting and showing you live and get to know you and help you to get through this. So once you've done that, you're just going to click on Save. So now your website has been created, but that's not the end of it because you need to do the linking And I'm going to quickly show you how that is being done. So right here on our home page, because we've created the thank you page, you need to change your opt-in box. And I'm just going to scroll down there now, and I'm going to show you the final steps right here. You're going to see that it says the list has been set, but where do we link them to once a person has opted in? We're going to send them subscribe, confirm. Where do you want to send them? Maybe you have got an ebook that you are giving away. You can put that URL. So I'm just going to pretend that it is here. Oops, Builderall. Let's say that was the ebook, all right? And the subscribe pending is going to be your thank you page, all right? And we're going to click save. In this case, it's the thank you page, but it should be actually confirm your email and then your thank you page. I messed it around a little bit, but I'm thinking you guys get the idea. So how do you get to that list? How do they get to this? There is a subscribe, all right? We need to link that subscribe right there. This page, you're going to click so that it highlights the panel. We're going to right click and we're going to create a, let me just look for it here quickly. I'm going to create an anchor, and we're just going to call this opt-in. All right, we're going to go back to the top and we're going to link this now to the opt-in. So we're going to go to anchor. There is our opt-in, and we're going to do it in the same tab because we don't want to open a new one. We're going to click select. So basically what's happening, a person is going to click there and it's going to jump to the form. They're going to fill it in and they will be on your list and they will be sent to your confirm email. And once they've done that, it's going to go to your thank you page. The confirm email is for a double opt-in. But if you guys need to learn more about double opt-ins, single opt-ins, there's lots and lots of tutorials about that. Or you can just contact me on Facebook as well, or on the email that Pierre is going to give out to you guys. And you're welcome to ask us and pick our brains. So now let's go and connect the domain. So you're on the left-hand side.
Sorry, Jackie. I just want to jump in, kind of take a breath and go through this checklist. You've worked so efficiently that we've crossed off so many of these points just in this last, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. We created a landing page. That's done. We created the subscriber form. That's done. We've provided a way to get our first 15 subscribers. So right now we're 3 of 9 done.
Yeah.
And just in the last 10 minutes. And I just wanted to highlight that it's actually that quickly. Things go that quickly. And I know you're probably slowing down for us to be able to follow along. But I just wanted to appreciate that for a second.
Awesome. So now for the domain connection, that's very easy. Right here on the left-hand side, if you click on domain, you can type in your domain. And I'm just going to pretend now to choose like workshop challenge.com. And I'm going to click on either connect or buy my domain. So if you want to buy the domain because you don't have one, you can click on this button now and you would purchase the one if it's available. Remember, sometimes domain names are not available. But if you already purchase it, maybe from GoDaddy or Namecheap or wherever, you can still go and just click on connect. It's going to say, yes, this is a great choice. And you're going to say, go for it. And then it's going to ask you to go and change your name service. Sometimes they don't require the IP. So don't be thinking, oh, they don't ask me for the IP, so I'm doing something wrong. No, it's different platforms. So sometimes they will only ask you for name server 1 and 2 and not for the other 2. So as long as you've added it. Once you've done that, give it some time because it needs to propagate on the internet. And when it's done, you will see a tick next to it. So if you go to the tools area and you go to the DNS manager, you will see a tick next to it, like we've got right here, that the actual website has been connected for SSL and it's ready for email. Now it's connected here for SSL, but it doesn't mean that it is live on the internet. It's just SSL, all right? And it's because this is not a real one, but this is the real one, and you can see the ticks are added there for SSL. All right. So now we've done that. Once you have connected your email, you are going to go to professional email. Because remember, it's all about verifying your email address. Once you've gone to the professional email, you're going to choose your domain. And I'm not going to use that one because that's not a verified domain. And we're going to click on the testing domain and we're going to click next. And here you can see all the ones that's been verified currently. When I showed you earlier, these were the ones that showed up. All you need to do is really add a new email and then put in the email that you want, put a password, or whatever it might be, and click save. And then once you have saved it, it's going to come up and it will not have a green tick like this. It's going to take a few minutes before it's actually been verified. Sometimes when it doesn't go, and I think it's a yellow tick, you can just click on that yellow tick and it will automatically verify it if your domain is verified. So if I go back to the dashboard here, you will see that once it's ready, it's going to look like this as well. All right. So that is now connecting the domain. We're going to go back now and we're going to take a look at the exit pop-up. So I just want to close all of these pages so I don't have too many open. All right, let's go back to our list of pages. And now we are going to create an exit pop-up, meaning when a person visits your page and they did not click on that subscribe button, you want them to actually give their email and you want to remind them how important it is. So on the left-hand side, you'll see global elements. What we mean with global, it means that once if you set up any of these things, a header, a pop-up, a footer, or GDPR, it will show on all the pages on your website where you've activated it. All right, not automatically. You have to go choose it in the beginning which pages you want to be activated to, and then later on when you make a change, you do not need to do that again on those pages. You just need to republish, and all of those changes will be taken place. So in this case, we're going to go with the pop-up and we're going to go with the on Builderall website. I'm going to click the next. Just going to call it workshop. It's going to create our pop-up for us. And it's going to look exactly the same, basically like the website builder, not trying to confuse you. So I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to stretch it a little bit. And now we can create our pop-up to remind the people to actually opt in. Now, for the sake of this exercise, I'm just going to grab the email marketing form here or a landing page form here so that I can get just the opt-in. So I'm going to choose this one. And I'm just showing you this so that you can see how easy it is. So I'm deleting the blank. And there it is, already been created for you. So you can go and you can change the information here if you like. Sometimes people do not like to have additional information, but it's totally up to you. So I'm just showing you how easy it is to change it according to the way that you like it. All right. And then you'll change your details. Remember again that this form needs to be changed. So you can go to set link. And you can change it to the areas like we did previously. And then you need to make sure that you set it to the right list, which is that one there that we've got. And then change it to your look and feel. Then we're going to click save. Yes, publish my website. Now that we have created the exit pop-up, you just need to go back to your website. And it's this one. Sorry, I went too far. And you're going to go to these three little dots. You're going to click on settings. And you're going to scroll down. And this is where the pop-up settings is being applied. And you're going to say workshop. And it is a exit pop-up. Very important to know that. Workshop. But this time, we're going to do time-based. Because on mobile, it works totally different. It's not an exit pop-up. But you can set it to a certain amount of time period. And what is good about this is, at a later stage, if you've added Google Analytics to your site, you would be able to see on Google Analytics how long people spend on your website. And that can determine your mobile exit pop-up. It's like an additional strategy to understand what your visitors are doing on your website to capture them before they leave. Then you can always come back and adjust this according to that. So once you've done, you click save.
Jackie, I wanted to pop in and just give some anecdotal information on that analytics point, which I think is so valuable. A few years ago, I had a client, I was working with them to optimize conversions. And we found that when users spend in excess of, it was 1 minute, 20 seconds in their case, but almost everyone who exceeded that time, we created an audience, and 80% of that audience ended up converting one way or another.
Oh, wow.
So that was kind of the acid test of, will you spend the time on the website? And if you do, we know that the chances of conversion increase substantially. That could be something that, and everyone here can use, figure out what the average time spent on your website, and then also figure out the average time for converters. So people who convert, how long do they spend, and try to give people more value to have them kind of stay on the website for longer and get more information.
Oh, wow.
So sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but I just found that I think
that is awesome,
valuable for people. Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to do the social proof. Now to get to social proof, we're going to go to the top of tools right there. We're going to click social proof. And this is where the magic happens, because we are adding some proof that our business is worth it. And then we are going to go and create a new pop-up. And the pop-up name, we can just call this workshop. And you can choose the type, location, testimonial, urgency, or custom pop-up. All right, so we're going to go with a custom pop-up. And then their interaction, like just subscribed or just purchased. So we can say just subscribed. Just subscribed. And how are we collecting the information? We are going to collect it from our mailing boss form that is on our website. Remember, we've got the opt-in form right there. And then it says Builderall Tools, external. We're going to go Builderall Tools. The URL to navigate on the pop-up click. So where do we want to send them to? So maybe you've got a product that you are selling on another page. Maybe you have got a booking app somewhere, because you're a consultant, you're probably going to want to send them to a calendar page where they can make a booking with you. So in this case, you'll have your booking area here. So I'm going to pretend that we've got our booking at like workshop challenge.com/booking. So we can pretend that was the one that we've got. Our translation, you can add that. It shows us what it looks like. The theme, you can have a dark theme or you can have a default, depending on what your site looks like. Remember, you want it to stand out. Because our site is already dark, we're going to go with the default. You can add an icon, like a little logo of your company that you can have. You can also show the location where the person is from, the timing between the pop-ups, when it comes up and when it's going to show the next person. You can also have some advanced configurations here at the bottom as to, do you want to display Builderall name, display on the mobile, all of that important things. And we're going to click on create. So now I can see there's some installation instructions that you can follow depending on where you are collecting the information from. We've got the Builderall Builder. You can see navigate to the website configuration, social proof menu. Then we got booking, we've got e-learning, webinar, super checkout, and external website. So you can see there's different ones. So we want to go to the website configurations. All right. So you can click tool access. I'm just going to close it like that. And I'm going to go back to our site. And I just want to close the 50. See, I told you I always have 50,000 tabs open. I'm going to go to my list of pages. All right. So right here on the left-hand side, we've got, where is my super chart? Where is it? Where is it? I wonder if it's under my global. Where it's not my global, my pages. Oh, I remember it's in here. See, I can also forget. Where is my social proof? Where's the social proof gone to now? Okay, hold on a second, guys. For some reason, where is my social proof? Is it just me or has it been changed?
I don't believe it's changed. I do
Why
this a
don't I
lot
see
with the contents of my fridge. Sometimes I open up the fridge and ask my wife
it?
where something is, and sometimes it's right in front of me. Here, I'll check on my side too.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just find it here. Let's just see. There's our workshop.
Right. In the meantime, as you do that, Mr. Hatman, this was your question on the social proof connecting to Mailing Bus. I think Jackie got your question. But if anyone else has anything to ask, drop that in the comments and we will get you your questions answered. I always like to think of, I wanted, actually, now that you have the exit pop-up on the screen for a second, reminded me, I do have something to add. We talked about this before. Let's talk about when we use an exit pop-up. I want you guys to think of your exit pop-up as that last chance to engage a user. So you almost always want to offer something. As people leave, you want to give them either a discount that's sizable or a lead magnet, something that's going to catch their attention and is going to bring them in and re-engage them, have them share their contact information. I don't know if that makes sense to everyone. I hope it does, but it should. It should.
I am sure I'm overlooking it here. I'm convinced that I'm overlooking it. And I'm not seeing it.
Social proof. We can circle back to it. Here we
Yeah.
go. The social
what is
proof.
the next thing on our list? Let me see quickly.
There we go.
The autoresponder.
Yeah.
Yes, the autoresponder. Or we also have got the SMS.
Yeah.
So I'm going to come back to that one just now.
Right. And before we do, let's take a second and answer a question here that we have in chat. The social proof show the Mailing Boss lead name and their location. What other tools beside Mailing Boss can social proof show? So I love that.
All right. Well, I can show you that because we were just there at the moment.
Cool. Beautiful.
It's on the Builderall Builder, the booking app, e-learning, webinar, super checkout, and any external website.
Right.
So I hope that answers the question.
Yeah, I think it does. I think it does. It looks like we want the Meta autoresponder as our next showcase. And I think we're down to our last 2 or 3 line items here in the checklist, which we can step into here.
For the Meta autoresponder is also right here at the top. You can see, there we go. Comments autoresponder. And then it's going to open up for us. And then you need to make sure that you connect your account first before you would be able to make use of the responder. Now, to do that, you're just going to click on add. You're going to click on continue with Facebook. And I'm just giving you an example and see if it's going to connect with mine. And we're going to say reconnect. And you're going to see there is my pages. If I click on it, you will be able to manage the pages of your account. Which ones is it that you want to add? Let's say I want to link that specific page. And it says successful. So now it's been created. And the moment you create, there's a multiple of different tools that you can use. I've actually done in-depth training with regards to this, and it's on knowledge base as well, with regards to each and every section of these. Unfortunately, in this training, we won't be able to go through all of them because it's quite a robust tool, but you would be able to use this to generate more leads because you've already got an email list. But to get the basics done, it's important to connect the account first and then create a flow. A flow is basically like a funnel. When a person is clicking on it and says hello, then you can say hello back, how can I help you, that kind of thing. And if you create maybe a post on Instagram, you can set this up to respond to that person if they say yes, for an example. Maybe on the Instagram post, you've got something like, do you want this lead magnets? Type yes in the comments. The moment they type in yes, guess what your autoresponder here is going to do? It's going to activate that bot to start sending them a sequence of emails according to the flow that you've created. This is really a powerful tool to use. So that is how you connect that one. The other one was our SMS messaging, which is sitting right here. If I go to the SMS messaging area, the most important thing that you need to understand with the messaging inside of Builderall is that you need Twilio credits. So right here at top, you can see we've got $11 of Twilio here. You can click on the settings right here, and it's going to give you all the information you need as to what you need to do to get it connected. You have to go and open an account with Twilio. Add your credits and then come back here. And when it is ready, you will also see that, that message that I'm going to show you right here. So if I go to send an SMS, you can see that I have got a balance here that I can use. Now, there's multiple things that you can use. We've got a pricing table that's going to tell you exactly how much it's going to cost per SMS for different countries. Here you can start integrate or import your groups. You can create different groups. You can even import your own .csv files of clients that you have, and then you can start sending them an SMS right here. What's cool about this one is that you do not need to have a person to opt in. You can import your list that you have, and you can start sending SMSs depending on the amount of credits that you've got available. And that is the one for the messaging. I think we've covered them all. Let me just see if there's another one.
I think so. Here, let me share the screen. We've connected our domain. We've created a landing page. Subscriber form has been created. We just configured the SMS messaging. We created a professional email. We haven't gotten our first 15 subscribers, but we definitely have our form, we have our page, we have everything. This can be the last step here that we discuss. Exit pop-up is all set. Meta autoresponder is all set. And social proof is all set. So let's talk about getting your first 15 subscribers. Yeah. Jackie, you said something at the beginning of this workshop that I think is incredibly valuable. It relates to social proof, but it also relates to you as a new business owner to validate that offering that you're giving people. Can you give it away for free? Right? If the answer is no, then you probably need to like look at what you're offering and make sure that there's a market for it, that you're in the right market for it, you're communicating it properly. And once people can take it for free, then you can start charging money for it. Try to optimize that message that you're sharing with people. Make sure that it relates, make sure that it solves their problem. And for me, that would be the biggest tip. For you to get subscribers, you need to, first of all, identify their problems, show them that you can solve that problem, and then give them a pathway to connect with you, give you their phone number or email or whatever that may be. From there, the steps are known. What you guys need to figure out, everyone here in the audience and everyone that ends up watching this video, figure out what your audience problems are and solve them and show them how you're going to solve them. That's the biggest thing. You know, the more value you offer, the more people are going to either talk about you, subscribe to your services, or tell their friends about you. Hey, I found this person, Jackie, she's great. She's doing all these things on Builderall, and you need to come to the Monday morning meetings and watch how awesome she is, for example. So
can I share my screen quickly just to show where the pop-up is? I have actually overlooked it. All right. I've overlooked it. So when you're in your website, you're going to go to the integrations area, and the social proof is sitting right here. And then you're going to choose the campaign that you're working with, which is the workshop, and you choose the page where you want it to show, and you click save. And once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, you have added successfully social proof to your website. The last thing I want to say with regards to this is if you ever make changes inside of the left-hand side menu, always go and hit republish, because you want to make sure that the settings has been applied to every page. So I apologize for not being able to show that to you immediately.
It is all good. It is all good. All right. This is the Q&A portion. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, you want us to talk about something specific, now's your moment. Otherwise, Jackie, huge thank you. You worked us through. It's been a little over an hour. I think you are proof that with the right set of lists and set of tasks, you can go through and do what you need to do, get your business set up and launched. Don't have any excuses. You don't have any reasons to stop. And then from here, if you've completed all of these steps, you have a landing page, you have an email list that you're capturing people from, you have a way to communicate to people, you have a message to share, and now you need to go off and start to post on social, gather that community, launch ads if you want to launch ads. All of those things that you're going to do to get that community engaged with you, go out and do them. And now you would have all of the methods that you would have to.
And it's really important when we talk about having a website and having our email lists and everything. Remember, a website means nothing without traffic.
That's right.
And a lot of people believe, or people say, that just build it and they will come. That is the biggest flaw of digital marketing nonsense out there, because you are literally, when you just started up, absolutely invisible on Google. Nobody knows about you. Google doesn't know about you. It's going to take some SEO settings and some a little bit of advanced configurations and changing your landing page content to stand a chance on Google. But don't let that makes you feel despondent and think that you're not going to have business. There's lots and lots of social media platforms out there. You just need to figure out who is your audience. Where are your audience hanging out? To give you a good example, if you are into insurance or finance or any of those type of things, you're probably going to have your audience hanging out in LinkedIn, because that's a professional area. Right. You're not going to find people on LinkedIn that are interested in how to bake a bread or recipes or things like that. That you're going to find on Pinterest, because it's more visual. It's a visual appeal. If you are into sports and that kind of stuff, you're definitely not going to find them on Pinterest. You're going to probably find them on YouTube, because people want to see action happening. So you need to figure out where your audience is going to come from. Don't push all social media at the same time, because it does not work. Master one important social media first and then move on to the another one, because you're going to feel overwhelmed if you have to start publishing to all of these different kinds of platforms. That is just the start of it. But I am sure you guys get the idea when it comes to promotion, is to choose one platform at a time and think where your audience is actually hanging out, or become your audience. Where do you hang out?
Right. I love that. That's such a valuable tip. We have some questions coming in. Pop up. When does it count as an impression? That would be when it would show up on the screen. Okay. So I know the limits for the free version. So the supercharged bundle is a bundle, 5 tools that we have that we give away for free that you can set up on any platform, Builderall or otherwise. Once you have those set up, it's literally one script that you copy and paste and you have access to all 5 tools. It's the coolest thing ever. But the tolerances are very, very high. So, you have thousands and thousands of impressions for free. But if you have any paid Builderall plan, you get an unlimited amount of impressions. So awesome. Mr. Hatman is asking, what are the newest tools or upcoming tools you're working on this quarter? What can we look forward to in coming months? So many cool things. I'm looking literally on the other screen right now. I have our product roadmap. Obviously, I'm not in charge of that. We have our great Liz, and she's working very closely with Pedro to, who's our CEO, as you guys know, to make this year all about delivering an amazing product that can really knock it out for all of our wonderful subscribers. I'm not going to tease anything, but I'm going to say you're going to see a lot of AI, a lot of improvements to the current platform, and everyone's going to be very, very happy this year, especially in the coming few months. And we're already seeing a lot of these kind of optimizations start to bubble up. So I'm really excited. That's a great question. I can't tease anything, otherwise I'll have to answer for it. I'll be careful to not do that. Do we have any tools for LinkedIn? This is where I'm hanging out, where my audience hangs out. I personally think LinkedIn has managed to carve out their own little pocket of the internet.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have any tools coming in specifically for LinkedIn, but that's something that I'll need to check in on and maybe suggest. I think it's a great tool. I've seen a lot of people operate very successful funnels that start with a LinkedIn post, send you to a website. The website is a simple landing page with a booking, and then the booking, you get on their calendar and you meet them, and that would be that, right?
I've been successful with blog posts. You can literally blog and on your site, create your blog and then share it on LinkedIn. It's amazing. There is a lot of traffic coming from blog posts, especially if it is within your niche and it's a trendy topic.
Yeah.
It's really important to go and see what is trending and create something around that trending point. And I mean, these days, there's so many AI out there that can create your blog post for you directly from Google News, and it can post it into a spreadsheet for you, and you can copy that right into LinkedIn to start generating. There's lots and lots of opportunities out there when it comes to generating some interest around whatever you are offering.
Yeah. Let's talk about AI for a second before we wrap up today's workshop. I've said this before. I've said it again, Jackie. I know for a fact you've said this. I'm just going to repeat the message. Do not let AI take your job. Don't submit that authority to AI, and don't let AI. And what I mean by that is, don't just mindlessly go into ChatGPT and just ask it for a prompt and then copy and paste into your website or your blog. Think, look, read. If you're going to use AI, use it. It could give you a beautiful first draft, or it can make your draft take it to the next level. But always, you're the subject matter expert. You're the one who's actually operating the business. So rely on AI, definitely, but don't have it be this mindless thing where your job is to just copy and paste information here and there, right?
Exactly.
That's not your job. You can offer so much more to your community, and that's what people are going to resonate with. So,
and I think if people learn the prompts correctly, I mean, for an example, if you want to write a blog post, let's say you want to write a blog post about lead generation. I'm giving us something simple. Go take a Word document and write what you feel and what you've experienced with lead generation. All right. Take your landing page that you've created on lead generation, whatever your product is, and then ask the AI to go and read your landing page and ask you questions to create a very valuable blog post for you. That means that is generating content from your own page with your information and your tone. And then you can say, please create it a little bit more formal, make sure that a person in grade primary school can read it and understand it, remove all jargon. That is how we make use of AI. Not the way of just copy and pasting, like Pierre just said now. You can really make use of AI to generate content with your own content and just using better words or better engaging words.
Love it. Cindy, absolutely. Amen. Amen to that. All right. Awesome. So without further ado, Jackie, thank you so much. Always a pleasure. It's always great seeing you work. Thank you so much for joining us today. And for everyone
thank you so much
in chat.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and we'll see you this week. And remember, I just want to say the last thing. Don't just leave We are in the Facebook group. If you haven't joined the Builderall official Facebook group, please do that, or the Builderall community group, because we go live on a weekly basis. And if you've got any questions, I'm there for you. So don't feel lost. Don't wait 2-3 weeks and end up not building anything. We are there for you. And that's basically all from us.
Love it.
Have an awesome day. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.